Hi, I'm Kate Jensen of JenEhr Family Farm.
And I'm Farmer Paul. I'm the heir in JenEhr. Kay Jensen is the Jen.
So 26 seasons ago, Paul said, I don't want to work for the university anymore, I want to farm. And so we were able to search all around the country, ended up coming back here to Dane County where we bought a 110-acre farm where we've been able to grow organic produce, raise 2 children, and have a life that has worked really well for us. We're a certified organic produce farm. We sell to grocery stores, we sell to restaurants, we sell to consumers direct. Whether it's here at the farm when we've done a CSA or through our farmers market. Everything we grow here is certified organic. The entire farm is certified organic. And so that's what we grow. When we started, we also did about 12,000 chickens a year.
When we started out with CSA and Farmers Market. Over the course of the years, we have grown pretty much anything you can think of that grows. I remember one year we were growing 50 different crops when we had CSA and market. The last several years, as we've narrowed more into wholesale, we've been able to do larger acres of certain crops.
A farm like this, especially if you're marketing direct, you need to figure out 2 things: what consumers want and what your farm will grow. And that took us about 5 or 6 years to really figure that mix out. And then as markets changed, as in consumer desires and demands, and as we better understood what we grew on the farm, we could better match that up as well.
Another thing is different people like to do different types of work. And when you look at vegetables, it goes everywhere from, for example, sweet corn, which is almost entirely done on the tractor, to greens like we do
Lettuce greens.
lettuce mix and a spicy mix at market, which is 100% hand work. So there's also a difference from farm to farm, just based on what the farmers like to do. And why do I like broccoli more than other crops? I have no idea. I just fell in love with broccoli. That's it.
We heard one of our customers call Paul the Brock Star.
One of the coolest things about that is they can appreciate nature, but also they had an opportunity to learn how to work. By the time our daughter was in not even before she was in middle school, she was running our strawberry U-pick operation. The kids have helped with farmers markets. Isaac still works on the farm today, part-time, and Sarah was just back a couple weeks ago and wanted to do a farmer's market when she was back.
We have a son with special needs, and this has been a really great place to raise him. So we were able to give him responsibility. He was able to mature in a way that he might not have been if we were living somewhere else or did something else. The fact that we were able to do this organically also meant that our kids could go anywhere on the farm with no dangers, no big equipment. There were many times the kids got up early, grabbed bowls, and went out to the strawberry patch and had breakfast. It is. We've been really fortunate that we live in Dane County, 17 miles from the Capitol Square, which means we're 18 miles from the university, and we have had more than 100 interns who have come through the farm, who today are raising their own families, growing their own gardens, doing everything from doctors, lawyers, teachers. The spectrum is just huge. We've also had a number of employees from the local area, as well as some of our H-2A visa workers who have come up from Mexico and have been able to work at the farm and really provide good livings for their families back in Mexico. The people who've worked for us have become our family.
Well, yeah.
As
yeah.
well as our customers. I mean, we have seen people as having small children. We have seen pregnant women come out to get CSA pickups, and they're coming to farmers markets now telling us that their kids just graduated from college. So when people ask us about retiring,
Let me tell the story. 10 years ago, during July, in July on our farm, like many vegetable farms, is hell. We're doing nothing but working. Kay came in one day and said, when I'm 60, I don't want to be working this hard. So we put together what Kay called the 10-year plan that we actually, in year 3 or 4, we wrote a contract that what we were going to do, how we were going to change our farm throughout
but
the
wait,
year.
you weren't very happy with the 10-year plan when I first proposed
Right.
it.
When Kay first proposed that, I was pretty angry for about 3 years. I was sick. I was 51 when she came up with the plan, and I was thinking, well, I can do this till I'm 75. This is easy. Well, when you're 51, it's a lot different than when you're 61. And then about 3 years ago, I said, Kay, can we expedite this, man? Can this be our last year? And she said, no, we have a plan. We still have things to do to get ready for the retirement, to get ready for what we're going to do with our life after we're farming.
And so that was the 10 minus plan. There's a contract in there that we had to sign so that we couldn't change our mind, because we all know that when fall comes around, every farmer is ready to start ordering seed and start with the next spring and remedy all the things we did wrong the year before. So without having something in writing, it would have been easy for us to say, oh, let's just go another year. The other thing is, this is hard work, like all farming is. And as we get closer to 60, it's like, I can see where I can't do these kind of 12, 14-hour days from March until November anymore.
Another thing is we have worked really, really hard to develop a good quality product, and we're very proud of our quality. And one of the things I've seen in the last year or two is oftentimes that means on a Sunday you spend that extra hour or 2 hours or whatever it takes to get that job done now, because Monday you've lost the opportunity. Or maybe you forget something and it affects the quality. And we've worked too hard on our quality to end up fizzling out over the years and making a poor quality product.
So the other thing about a retirement is, especially when you know you have a retirement coming, we get to take this last year and we get to really enjoy it. So when we've been picking blueberries this year, when I would start picking every morning at 6 a.m., I was excited about picking blueberries at 6 a.m. for 2 reasons. I really liked that this was a job I could do, that it was enjoyable, but it was also the last year I was going to have to pick blueberries. That made me just as happy. I can't tell you how satisfying this life has been for us. It's a lot of work, a lot of long days, like any farm is. But the benefit is we get to see the people who eat our food. We get to hear them tell stories about Thanksgiving. We get to hear them tell us on how their mother who had cancer could only eat organic produce, and we were able to supply a sweet corn that they found tasty and reminiscent of their childhood. So the people who've worked for us, how we've raised our family, our customers, it has just been a satisfying life. Now let me tell you, working with your partner is probably the hardest thing
in the world
about this whole job. And so we're really happy that after 26 seasons, we can successfully retire, being still married, having our health, no deaths. We just are excited to be able to start the next part of our lives together. We'll be having an auction November 4th, and we invite all of you to come out and celebrate with us as we celebrate our 26 seasons and the beginning of a new phase of our life together.